events. Museum President and CEO H. Beecher Hicks III.
We are proud to be a first-of-its-kind museum dedicated to celebrating the role African Americans play in shaping the American soundtrack. When you step inside the museum, you'll be instantly immersed into what I like to call 56,000 square feet of funk. We have 7 galleries filled with more than 1,500 artifacts from some of your favorite artists, from gospel and hip-hop to country and classical. You'll be able to trace generations of untold Black history within our walls. We are one nation under a groove, uniting all people through a shared history, and we are excited to welcome everyone to Nashville, America's music city.
For more on the National Museum of African American Music, visit blackmusicmuseum.org.
The Democratic-led House Budget Committee is ripping President Trump's budget proposal. Kentucky Democrat John Yarmouth says only a few months after Democrats and Republicans came together on a bipartisan budget, President Trump's budget breaks many of his promises.
Less than a week after promising Medicare and Social Security would be safe from harsh budget cuts, the president went and proposed slashing $500 billion from Medicare, knowing it would hurt seniors and cut Social Security by at least $24 billion.
Meanwhile, Arkansas Republican and Budget Ranking Committee member Steve Womack criticizes the Democrats for not doing their own budget.
I applaud the president for actually doing a budget. Here in the House, the Budget Committee hasn't provided a budget.
According to a new Offers.com survey, Americans on average spend around $71 for their Valentine's Day gifts. Engaged couples spend the most at an average of $85 a gift. And you're listening to USA Radio News.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
A former actor is facing new charges after lying to police about an alleged hate crime. With the details, here's USA Radio Network's Wendy King.
A Cook County, Illinois grand jury indicted actor Jussie Smollett on 6 counts of disorderly conduct for allegedly making false reports to police about an assault last year. The indictment comes after a 6-month investigation by Special Prosecutor Dan Webb. The former Empire cast member told police he was confronted a year ago by 2 masked attackers who poured a chemical substance on him and wrapped a rope around his neck. Doubts about his story led to the arrest of 2 men who said they were paid to perform a fake attack.
A poodle is on top of the dog show world. Siba, a standard poodle, was crowned the best in show on Tuesday at the 144th annual Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. It's the 5th win ever by the standard poodle breed and the first since 1991. Gail Bisher with the Westminster Kennel Club explains why Siba is the top dog.
Well, when she goes around the ring, she has effortless gait, and it just shows her power and her beauty and her strength. And I think the judge just couldn't deny her. And then when you get your hands on the dog, although there's this beautiful coat, once the judge really feels her body under that coat, he has a wonderful surprise that she really is a really muscular, strong, athletic standard poodle.
Bisher speaking there on ABC's Good Morning America. For USA Radio News, I'm Tim Berg.
The following is an America Matters Media production. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the station or its advertisers, although we think they should. But that's the opinion of America Matters Media.
Welcome to About Town Deb with City Talk, and it's Wednesday. I'm used to being Tuesday, but it's Wednesday. I'm really glad I had an extra day because Jazzy George and I were in the wine country again. El Dorado Wine Country was amazing, and we brought back wine to share, and it was really cool, and we met a lot of really new peeps and new friends and new ideas that are going to be coming up. But today we're excited to share some cool ideas for Valentine's Day with you and a little bit about traveling tips and, maybe what you should get in order before you travel. So anything from an incredible spa experience with Nyla, with your besties. And then we have like Wild River Grill. We're going to talk about really cool ideas and menu items, and we're going to talk about the Pioneer Center, where you can go and have an amazing adventure with great shows. And we got Jazzy Georgia, who may share a little bit about our adventure and what we were accomplishing in the wine country. And then we have Sam over here, and she's going to say a little bit about making sure when we do go on those trips that we make sure that we have everything in order with our paperwork, with power attorney and stuff like that. So I usually say a little bit about the wine we're having. So I need a little guest help here. So can you hold up the rosé?
Yes.
Hold it that way. So that is a Nello Olivo, and is it 2000? I'll let you. I can't see that.
Yeah, 2018. It is.
You should know.
From El Dorado. Yep. It's
look at you.
Quite amazing with Barbera grapes.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, Sam, since we're not going to say where you're going, but you have been to Starfield, right?
I think so.
You have. I know you have. So I'm going to let you share the Boger Winery and tell what that is. We'll have a little interaction here.
This one is a reserve. It's from El Dorado, and it is a 2016. It's artisan blends.
There you go.
Nice.
And that one, I'm going to do a little shout out, and excuse me if I have to look at my notes, but we met a lot of people, so I want to make sure that I get everything right. So at the end of our trip, we met with Randy Hall, and Randy Hall is with Primo Wine Sales, and he's representing quite a few of our favorites. But Boger, I'm so excited because we had a road show and Boger wasn't represented at the time with the distributor, and now they are. So now I want to get them everywhere we can get them, and all these other amazing wines as well. So I want to give a shout out to Randy, and he gifted us that bottle and some other wine. So I'm really hoping we could partner and do some wine dinners with him and get some more amazing El Dorado wines up here. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
Wild River Grill. That worked out perfect.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to let Nyla, I'm going to let you share Nello's. So hold those up too in case some people are still listening. There we go.
Sure. We have Nello Olivo, 2017 Family Secret. This is an El Dorado wine, and it looks very sumptuous.
It is, and it's a family secret. So we actually know this secret, but I can't tell. So we won't tell. And then we went to MV Miller. And this is a 2016 Rosé Reserve from Fairplay. And Cindy and John, they just love Jazzy Georgia. They love her more than anybody. And so she got one of the very last bottles of Chardonnay they had. There was no more Chardonnay anywhere. And she had one tucked away. And she said, Georgia, come here. And she was like, what are you doing? She was hiding it so the customers didn't see her because they all wanted Chardonnay. So she got the last bottle, and we're going to open it on our birthday. So we want to thank Miller Vineyard. Want to thank all of them. And we also went to out in Fairplay, which we love Fairplay. And we hung out with Jill Ozer with Mediterranean. They say Medi for short. They had live music. And we got to see Les and Sharon Heisen with Element 79, and they're actually in town today, believe it or not. They're going to be at Vino 100 till I think 7 o'clock. Vino 100, yeah, Vino 100 with Karen, and they're doing a free tasting. And so they're in town, which is cool because we're in town too. So they're here. And then we, Sentivo is right next to Element 79, and that's Danielle and Paul. And Paul wasn't feeling his best a few months back, and we were so happy to see him look so well. And we went to a brand new restaurant that was there in Fairplay, and Creekside, is it Pubin? I don't want to say it wrong. Cork and Brew. Cork and Pub. And that's right.
Cork and Brew.
Cork and Brew.
Yeah.
And it was Justin's birthday, and they have a really cool, they have this place they have where you can live in a, it's not like a hut. It's like you're not glamping. It's like these cool things. I don't know.
Is it a yurt?
Yes.
Nice.
It's a yurt. See, it's like playing a game. It's a yurt. So they have this. It's so cool. Like you can go there and they pamper you, and they have all these kind of cool, they have chickens and they have animals too. So it's really fun. And it was Justin's birthday. So we had a birthday dinner there. And Robert Jones with Element 79, he also donated wine for
E16.
E16. Got all these numbers. That's why I have Georgia. See, Debbie talk. Anyway, so we got to see a lot of our peeps. So if you go to Fair Play, it's a great place to go because all the winery staff and the owners gather there, so you can see all of them at once.
Nice.
So we did that, and then just want to make sure. Oh, Jody Franklin with Visit El Dorado, and Kara with El Dorado Wine Association. We're planning another grape to glass event here. We had one last November and we're excited to do another one. So we're hoping to bring over 10 wineries instead of 8, hopefully 12, hopefully 16. I'm just reaching for the stars. So we talked about that, and then Heidi, one of our friends, took us to a new restaurant, Enchanted Forest on Main Street. And anybody looked on my page, we had like these little tiara kind of crowns with little lights. So we were enchanted princesses. And the chef that was there who came out, George and I had met her at least 2 years back, and she had just got hired and she was homeless, and now she's the chef there.
That is
so
awesome.
how cool. So we'll talk about that.
Great
So anyway, we had an amazing time, and now we're back in Reno where our home is and where we love to be and around these amazing guests. So when we come back, we're going to get down to business, and I'm going to introduce them, and they're going to share with us how they can make your Valentine's a little bit sweeter. So it is City Talk with About Town Deb. Be right back.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, please, have a seat. So here's the thing. When this company brought you on, we took a chance on you. You didn't have that 4-year college degree we typically look for.
Right.
But we gave you a shot anyway. And since then, you've worked incredibly hard and given it your all.
Thanks.
You've been an important asset to the team, but I don't think you can be an intern here anymore. We want to hire you.
You're serious?
Absolutely.
Find your next great employee. Introduce yourself to the Grads of Life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
I won't let you down.
I know.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
So here's the choice. Some people say the USA is finished. It's evil, a has-been, full of hate and injustice. The U.S. Constitution should be trashed and the Bill of Rights abolished. No free speech, no gun ownership. Competition and free markets are bad. We're all too stupid. For our own good, the government must own everything and know all your secrets.
Other people say that America has created the freest, richest, happiest, most generous society that has ever existed in the world. That's why millions of people are desperate to come here and escape their brutal lives in Cuba, Venezuela, North Korea, and 100 other countries.
In America, we have the right to succeed, the right to our own living, the right to have a family, the right to believe in God, the right to have our own ideas, the right to be safe and secure, and the right to be left alone.
Where do you stand? Help us save the Constitution and restore the American dream. Go to SaveMyFreedom.com.
Brought to you by the American Media Council.
Rich is just a really good guy. The term good egg isn't enough to describe him. He's also certified organic and free range. Rich puts the cap back on everything. The toothpaste, the olive oil, the shampoo, everything. He lets his 10-year-old nephew beat him at virtual tennis, even though he can straight up slay his 10-year-old nephew in virtual tennis. When the toilet paper is running low, Rich replaces the roll on the actual holder, not just on the back of the toilet. Rich is texting and driving. Rich, no. What are you doing, Rich? I was just telling everyone how great you are. Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ, a Lotus broadcast station. The power of radio since 1967.
Are you shy and don't want to talk on the air? Text us your questions or comments to 775-237-2266. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk with About Town Deb. If you were listening, feel free to chime in. You can call in at 844-790-8255. You can text in the station at 775-237-2266. Or if you know any of us that are here, you can text us directly. We're totally fine with that. My direct number is 775-741-2596. We are a America Matters production, so I'm very grateful to be on set here with everybody. And you go to Facebook Live, there's watch parties at About Town Deb, and America Matters probably has one too on my page there. And we're also YouTube Live, and I'll tell you more about that next time. I'm still learning that. And at the end of the show, we have a podcast from this. So there's lots going on with About Town Deb. So we'd love to have you join the conversation. So now let's go to our guests. I'm going to introduce them. And as Nyla Allen, right here, the CEO, founder of Dulce Wellness Spa, and now Refuge Spa, but there's also a med spa, correct?
That's right.
So there's three.
Right. We started with Dolce Vita Wellness Spa and built our business so that we found a need and we opened a medical spa. And now recently, the need is still there, and we decided to go into the resort sector, and we were pursued to open a spa at the Renaissance Hotel. So that's our newest, latest, and greatest.
And that's a beautiful one. So we're going to get to with introductions, and we're going to come back, and everybody will get their time to chat with us. And so,
Rado.
Yeah. So Rado, and is it Gross
Yep.
with Wild River Grill, and you got a lot on your plate cooking up, and
Yes,
some
we do.
amazing dishes. And I don't know if you know, but many times I'm with Jazzy Georgia, and we're sitting there at the bar, or I am outside dancing when there's live music, and I love your drinks, I love your wine, and your food is amazing, and I'm in heaven every time I'm there.
Thank you.
So you could say a little teaser about yourself, how long you've been a chef there, a little bit. And
Yeah,
then
well, I'm the general manager there, and I've been there for 5 years now. Love it. The owner is phenomenal.
Chuck.
Yep, Chuck. He and his family have been family owned and operated since they started 13 years ago.
you know what? I think right after I moved, I know I've been in Reno 20-something years, but since I met Courtney with Design on Edge right there, and Chris, and she totally introduced me to Chuck and to be there. And if she hadn't, I wouldn't have been able to experience it all these years. So I'm very grateful for Courtney for that.
Nice.
So you're going to tell us what's on the menu and what we can do for Valentine's Day for both couples and singles and all that kind of stuff.
100%.
And then Samantha Motto, I've known you for a long time, and your mom, I love you both. And so you are an estate planning attorney.
Yes.
And I know when you travel and when you go away, you really need to make sure your affairs are in order and power of attorney and stuff like that. So tell us a little bit and a newlywed too. Yeah.
Newlywed.
Perfect for Valentine's Day
Right.
show. So, give us a little tidbit introduction before we.
So a lot of
Sorry.
times when you're traveling, especially, Valentine's Day, a lot of people go away for the weekend. This year is a extended weekend. We've got President's Day on Monday.
Ooh.
So there's things you just want to make sure things are in order. If you're flying or if you're driving, it's a lot of times it's doing a trust or will, but it's also as simple as, maybe you just want your power of attorneys in case, you're in the middle of a refinance and something wasn't signed, and oh my goodness, that actually happened to me. So I can speak from experience and go, oh no, there's nowhere I can remotely get anywhere because I'm in the middle of Wyoming and I have to hike a mile, to get cell service. Your power of attorney can help you.
I never thought about that. I love it.
Yeah, it's
I
not
love it.
always the scary
The medical
stuff.
stuff. It could be fun stuff too,
it
like
could
that
be
new
fun
house.
Stuff things.
No,
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
that. And
so,
I
but
love
then there's
it.
also the what if things,
I
a car
know.
accident, things like that. You just want to make sure you're prepared.
Okay, and we're gonna move on to Brianna Edgerton.
Edgerton,
I got it. It's the outreach manager for Pioneer Center. And again, the Pioneer Center is a staple in Reno. We are so blessed to have something of such, it's spectacular. It's an amazing thing. And it's for families and adults. It's for everybody, and it's a place we can all go and enjoy music and plays and performances, and it's amazing. So if you can give us a little bit about what you do there, what it means to be an outreach manager, a little bit of tidbit, and then we'll all get into sharing.
Yeah, I'm the outreach manager. It's really an umbrella term for many different
Okay,
things.
a lot of hats, right?
Lots of things under the hats and the umbrella. But yeah, the Pioneer Center, obviously located in downtown Reno. A lot of people obviously don't know who we are. A lot of people walk through our doors, think we're the planetarium. We get
Oh, it
that a
kind
lot.
of does look like that. I didn't think about that.
Because you walk past, on your way to the river or Wild River Grill or somewhere else, and you see the Golden Dome, but you don't know what it is. So we're a performing arts facility, just like you said, open to all the arts. Art is for everyone, so families, children, seniors. But this weekend we have our 25th anniversary Broadway Comes to Reno showing. So we'll be talking about that a little bit later.
So I love it. So now we're going to go to Nyla, because Valentine's Day, spa, girls treatments, couples stuff. But I want to hear a little bit about your story, and because you're this amazing woman and you work so hard, and now you have three. How do you do that? And you're a mom and a wife and everything else to everybody. So how do you make that happen? And how do you do it?
Well, it's definitely not easy. I can't say that I'm a pro at it, but it does mean you have to assess what's important in your life. You've got to set time aside. You've got to make those things important to be able to accomplish all of that. So I make my family important. My businesses are important as well. And just having time to do them all is challenging.
Well, it's more than but you as a mom and as a friend to so many women that I see out there supporting and the nonprofits you support, how do you find time for you to have your time in the midst of running 3 facilities? Is it the team you have around you? I mean, that's important too, because how do you take time off if you don't have that team?
It is, and that's when it comes to what my job really is building people. So I believe that when you get the right people surrounding you, and this is just in life, your friendships, you surround yourself with those magnificent people that you can build, and they in turn build you. Business comes later. It's all about surrounding yourself with those people that help and build you all the way up.
Well, you with your brand new one, at the Renaissance, which is so beautiful. So did you just they call you, hey Nyla, we'd love to have you. You're like, okay, let's do this. I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, it's like you say, now it's resorts. People from around the world are going to come and see you.
We're so honored. I mean, to be considered for that, probably because of our reputation in town, great customer service, great treatments, and just the way we treat people in general. Yeah, we were pursued, and fabulous opportunity for us, but it's also a way for us to give back to a certain sector of people that normally is reserved for a franchise or a big corporation.
Ooh, that's true.
So the Renaissance does support local, and the uniqueness, and so that's where we come in, and we also support those same values. So it was a really nice fit to be a part of that.
Well, speaking of part of that, you have a lot of unique experiences. I was looking at some of this. I mean, if you're traveling, you just asked how often am I out of town, and you're going from meetings to meetings, and you have an express treatment lounge, which is really cool. I think I've seen your float pod experience. I think do you have that at your other one?
Nope,
it's a new. It's something different.
It's premiering first at the Refuge.
Didn't you have something where they hung you on your other one, where you were hanging?
No, but that's a really great idea. Maybe the next spot we'll do that.
You have something like that. I'm at the one that's in the south of town. I was on your media thing, and there was some way. Oh, I know what it was. They walked on yours. You had something that was. What is that? It was really unique.
We had a shiatsu massage. It's a barefoot massage.
But she was up high, so there was something that was hanging. It was. I knew there was something that was going on.
No, that was fun.
No, but so you've got this, float pod, and you've got a social spa bar. And you even have, for non-alcohol as well, and a full bar. But you just have a lot of cool stuff that I don't think we don't have here. So can you tell me about this float pod? I want to know about that.
Well, I'm glad you're asking, because
that's crazy sounding.
That really was the idea of this creation. Is we're used to traditional spas, and Dolce Vita is meant to be that traditional spa experience, that getaway. The Refuge Spa was intended to be something different. It was meant to have you yearn after that uncommon experience. So the idea of social spa is a newer trend, but me and my girlfriends, I don't yearn to go to a bar anymore. I yearn to go to a place where we can gather together and talk, not in a noisy, crowded bar atmosphere, but in an atmosphere where you're together as a group and you're connecting, you're able to talk and maybe have a food bite or some wine together. That's my ultimate girl party, basically, at my age. And
which is perfect for Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
So that's going to work out good. But your grand opening is the 22nd.
22nd of February is our launch.
My birthday's the 23rd.
Party.
So yeah.
Well, come join us.
I will be doing a lot on my birthday. I'll be volunteering on my birthday, but I definitely will be there on the 22nd, which is the launch, right? The
launch party from 6 o'clock at night.
I will definitely be there. So how do we find out information, how to go or to your website and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, our website is really easy. It's therefugespa.com. And you can also find us through the Renaissance website as well. There's a link on the site for an Eventbrite.
Okay.
That's how you get your free ticket.
I like it.
There's plenty of raffle prizes. The Renaissance is giving away hotel stays, bocce stays. We're giving away a free 3-month membership to the spa. Wow. We do cater to our locals as well, not just the travelers in the hotel. We do cater to the downtown area. As well.
Okay, well, it's time for a break, and we will be right back to City Talk with About Town Deb, and we will continue our conversation with our beautiful guest in front of me. So hang tight. If you're on Facebook, you can watch us be crazy, and you can text us and chime in. It is City Talk with About Town Deb. Be right back.
It's your worldwide invite to Barbecue, the Butcher's Kitchen. Perfection in tri-tip, rib tips, and brisket. Rotisserie chicken with the white sauce, all hardwood smoked. Old world sausage aged to perfection. Wood smoke fire barbecue, the Butcher's Kitchen, 7689 South Virginia. Call in and pick up dinner. Barbecue, the Butcher's Kitchen. Get in and get real.
Are you planning to move? Paragon Home Resources can help you sell or buy a home anywhere in the United States. We provide a home resources coordinator to manage all aspects of your move. We recommend qualified real estate agents and other services to prepare your home for sale. Best of all, if you sell or buy a home with our assistance, you could be eligible to receive a tax-free real estate commission cash rebate. We can also help you obtain a mortgage at competitive interest rates. Our lenders offer fixed and adjustable rates, conforming and non-conforming loans, plus FHA and VA financing. We can also assist first-time buyers with as little as 5% down. And when it comes time to move, we can refer you to qualified movers or other companies to assist with self-moves. Paragon Home Resources helps make moving as easy as possible. Call Paragon Home Resources to learn more, 1-855-474-7227, or visit us at ParagonHomeResources.com.
Business owners and entrepreneurs know that good information is priceless. Just one great idea can make all the difference. Hi, this is Joe Morabito, host of CEO Business Mind. Each week, in one fast-paced hour, we share lots of proven tips and ideas to help you be more successful in business. Don't miss a minute of CEO Business Mind with me, Joe Morabito, right here on 1180 AM KCKQ.
Hello, I'm Omer Raines, author of the international best-selling book, Back to the Summit, How One Man Defied Death and Paralysis to Again Lead a Full Life of Service to Others. Now in its second edition, Back to the Summit has been reprinted in countries worldwide. All profits from the sale of this book go to support humanitarian causes of lasting importance. However, the principal reason for writing the book was to inspire others who, like me, have been faced with a major medical challenge. Back to the Summit is available in hardcover, paperback, or as an ebook. An audio edition is also available. Whatever the modality or format, it can easily be ordered on Amazon or from your favorite bookstore. Whether you read or listen to Back to the Summit, I hope that it will serve as an inspiration to you or to someone you know. Again, I'm Omer Raines. If you wish to learn more, my website is senorains.com. That's SENORAINS.com. Have a wonderful day.
Getting to know you. Let me tell you about America Matters with Eddie Floyd. It comes on every Monday at noon. Don't want you to miss it. That's America Matters with Eddie Floyd.
Want to expand your advertising dollar? Sponsor this or any America Matters program by calling 775-827-8900, extension 2. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk with About Town Deb. I'm here at the America Matters studio in Reno, Nevada. But if you're watching on Facebook, you can watch us from anywhere. And if you're listening on the TuneIn app, you can listen from anywhere to americamatters.us. And after the show, you can rewatch the show. And apparently, I'll be a podcast on all these thingamajiggies. So I'm really excited about that. It's like I got to do podcasting without knowing I was doing podcasting. But that's all thanks to Kelly and America Matters. And I also want to give a shout out to Jen, who hopefully is listening. She does a lot of social media. And Courtney and Chris and Tucker with Design on Edge. They have been behind me for years when I was doing Chick Chat. So they have just followed side by side, and they hold me up, and they're helping with the branding and all this. And I know they're helping all of us. So it's really cool that we're all here together because they are great people and they have amazing hearts. So speaking of hearts, and it's Valentine's Day coming up, Brianna,
yes,
with the Pioneer Center. If you want to tell us, you told us a little bit about it, but tell us a little bit more about it and some of the shows that are coming up. And I know that we're drinking wine now, but there's a Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett, and that's kind of, I don't know if it's in my age group, am I dating myself? But the music sounds like it's going to be really good. So I'd love you to tell us about that and how cool that would be for a date or a girl's day or family day. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think anything in the arts is perfect for a date because you get to escape a little bit, whether it's, with your partner or without is fine too. So yeah, we have Jimmy Buffett's Escape to Margaritaville, and we are drinking wine, but obviously down there it's about tequila and margaritas. So connecting with that a little bit, of course, our signature cocktail is a pineapple margarita.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Is that because of the Jimmy Buffett, like Hawaii, or like the music thing, or is that your actual signature drink all the time?
We do them for all of our Broadway shows, so we like to tailor them to the show.
Okay, I like it.
Margarita's pretty simple.
It is.
Tropical
I like
cocktail. But yeah, I mean, I think the nicest thing about having Escape to Margaritaville for Valentine's Day is it's February. We're in Reno. It's cold still.
Oh.
This transports you to the beach. You feel like you're there. You have your margarita in hand. I was looking at clips today, and the scenery is so lovely. It's like, hutches or hutches.
Yeah.
Huts?
Yeah.
Huts.
I call them we'll call them Hutses.
They're hutches. And they have these, big, beautiful palm trees on stage with all these lights and beautiful flowers. And so it's just this experience where you enter a theater and then you're at the beach. You're in Margaritaville. You're with these characters.
Man.
And yeah, Jimmy Buffett music, I mean it.
Who does not like that?
Who doesn't like it,
It's fun and it's summery.
Yeah. Maybe you only know Margaritaville. That's fine. But you'll know the rest by the end. So.
Well,
Yeah.
no, there was also that song Cheeseburger in Paradise. I think we know that. A little slice of paradise right here in downtown Reno, and it says that it will knock your flip flops off. So in January I was in Belize and I totally lived in flip flops or barefoot. So it'd be cool. We should all wear flip flops.
I know, right?
Yeah, it'll probably be.
Hopefully it doesn't snow.
I was going to say it might be snowing. So it sounds like it's going to be an incredible experience.
Yeah,
and it's the
absolutely.
perfect time for Valentine's Day. And I do love the idea that it's not like this romantic thing, which
Exactly.
I love better because we were doing a poll here. We have single, married, single. Oh, look at Married, single, married. Oh, how did we plan that?
Yeah.
But it's something that you can go with your friends, and
Yeah.
I love that. And better yet, before you go, you can go to Wild River Grill and have a great dinner and enjoy that. And so we're gonna go back and forth with you guys. So what's on the menu?
So at Wild River Grill, we love our partnership that we have with the Pioneer Center. Every single one of the shows that they put on, we kind of do a play off of it. So we have a special show for the Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a 4-course meal, and it is 100% just catered to like what you would be eating if you were in Belize.
I know,
right?
we talked about that. Yeah. So is it only going to be served on Valentine's Day, or are you going to have a repeat of it?
No, so we actually have 2 menus. We have a Valentine's Day menu specifically for a couple or for yourself if you want to as well. And it is full of chocolates and sinful stuff. And
Ooh, like what? Like what? What kind of sinful
totally.
stuff? I want to be
So
wild.
To start off, we have a trio of crostinis. They are cheese crostinis, and each one of the cheeses is a local cheese. We have a goat cheese, a smoked brie, and a ricotta. Made from local farms, some out in Gardnerville, some
some
over
in
in
Fallon,
Yerington,
maybe?
some in Fallon.
Yeah.
We have a blood orange salad.
Those are so. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, candied pecans on there, and a
didn't-
local honey.
And you didn't bring us any.
I know,
I'm
right?
hungry.
Yeah.
I should have told Courtney we wanted samples.
Yeah, and then the main entree is like a New York steak. We have a cauliflower steak, which is a new take on a
Ooh,
vegan.
wait.
Yeah.
Steak made of cauliflower?
It's steak made
Okay,
out of
come on.
cauliflower,
Like, how do you,
right?
how do you do
Yeah,
that?
so
Like,
what
is
do
it a secret, like this wine, family secret?
No, it's actually quite easy. You take the middle part, so the medallion part of the cauliflower gives you a nice big portion.
That's right.
Yep, and then you lightly marinate it. We marinate it in a harissa kind of dry rub, and then you grill it, saute it a little bit, and it is phenomenal. It literally cuts just like a regular steak.
How cool.
Yeah, it
so,
is.
have you had it? You're
really
smiling.
good.
Have you had it before?
No, it sounds
Doesn't it sound good? Ooh.
Yeah, and then of course, I mean, what would Valentine's Day be without dessert? And we have
What's your dessert?
a local in-house made tiramisu. Our pastry chef is phenomenal.
Yes.
It's a 4-layered tiramisu, and then it's made with actually Lead Dog coffee, which is
We know Lead Dog.
There you
See,
go, yeah.
thank you. I love that we're all supporting local.
Yeah,
It's
and
good.
then a in-house made strawberry strudel. Yeah, with
and you didn't bring any strudel either?
yeah, right? Yeah.
I'm going to tell Courtney next time she brings me a restaurant guest, we need food.
Yeah, definitely. But with our partnership with the Pioneer, we also have another menu specifically for that.
For the show.
Yes.
So what is that? Because
And-
we want people to go to the show and have
Exactly,
dinner.
and that one comes with like a chilled prawn with a crab salad. We also have Mediterranean halibut on there. That one's finished off with a pineapple upside down cake to get all of those kind of islandy vibes and all that good stuff.
We actually had pineapple upside down cake at Nello Olivo's last
Nice.
night. It wasn't
Nice.
homemade, but we did because we decided that we were going to have dinner at their house because we stay at their little granny flat, we call
Okay.
it. And so we're like, hey, we'll bring pizza because we're gonna, not that they need wine, but we brought them wine from Starfield to share their wines because they're a new winery there. And so we went for dinner and they had made dinner, and so they wanted dessert. I'm like, I don't want dessert. So they had this cake and they put port on it. And then they put the so we were totally like not homemade,
Yeah.
but the port was good. So they
Nice.
put port on it. It was really good. But I love dessert. So
Nice.
that's a perfect fit for that.
Right?
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so with Wild River Grill, there's a lot of history.
Yes.
I love the idea that it's a historic building. And I
Yes.
think that when people need to know that, because where can you go to dinner and be by the river and know it's historic and have great food and amazing drinks? So tell us a little bit about that if you can.
Totally. So, the Riverside was what it was called before. It was actually one of Reno's very first hotels, and it's always been at the same location, right downtown on Virginia Street, right by the river. The original hotel burnt down in the early 1900s, and they rebuilt it again. When they rebuilt it, it became one of Reno's very first casinos, called the Riverside. And that one was a casino until about the 80s, and then it closed down and turned into an artist loft.
Yeah.
So, and that's what it is still today. A lot of the people that live in the building,
right, are artists, right?
Are artists, yeah.
Which
they
is really
contribute
cool.
and they donate a lot of their art to Reno and the arts of Reno. We have a lot of them that are musicians that play on our outdoor patio
Which
during the summer.
is incredible.
Yep.
I try not to miss that.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
you also on Sundays, I don't know if you're still doing it. You had the tasting with
The
the
wine
wine,
tasting, yeah.
and live music.
Right? Yeah.
That I love.
So we kind of switched that one up. We don't do the wine tasting anymore, but
What do you
we
do?
do donate to the dogs.
Oh, that's true.
Yes,
Yeah.
so we do.
It's dog friendly.
It's a dog friendly thing, and 10% of all proceeds on Sundays go
Awesome.
to donations of any dog foundation that
I love
we
it.
do. Yeah.
I like
so
it. So to make reservations,
Yep.
to find out more about this amazing dinner and to go
Uh-huh.
there anytime, where do we go?
You can visit us online. It's Wild River Grill with an E at the end.com. Or you can give us a call. Our phone number is 775-284-7455.
Say that one more time.
775-284-7455.
So in case you want to go there, and after there you need to go see Margaritaville.
You do.
So tell us like ticket prices, if you know, where I can look it up, and the website, and how we can get tickets to that.
Yeah, so we do still have tickets available. Our website is pioneercenter.com. Very simple. I believe the ticket prices start at $48. It's pretty affordable. Go up to maybe
night out?
around yeah. Go up to maybe $80 or so dollars. And you can buy them over the phone, online, or of course in person at our box office. That's the best way to avoid fees. It's always nice to
Yeah.
see people.
Yeah.
So.
But it's also nice that the Pioneer Center is a nonprofit, correct?
Correct, yeah.
So I think that even makes it more intriguing because you're also being able to help at the same time as you're enjoying something. So I think that's really important. And, they also, give back to the community. And I was looking here and they were saying, I could have this wrong, I don't want to mess this up, but over 100,000 people attend productions at the Pioneer Center each year, as host over 100 events throughout the year, from dance, recitals to Broadway productions. That is pretty darn cool. I don't think you would even imagine that our Reno, people don't realize that we're up and coming. We got like refuge spots, we got farm to table stuff. So it's time for break. We come back, we are going to talk to Samantha. It is on the Town Tuesdays, but it's Wednesday. It's About Town Deb with City Talk. We will be right back.
Hi, this is Eddie Floyd. Let me tell you about my favorite non-profit public charity, Wainema Wild Horse Sanctuary, located on the Forsyth Ranch in Hallelujah Junction area. And please go to www.wainemaranch.com. That's WYNEMA ranch.com.
Hi, I'm Bill Kendall. I've practiced law in Northern Nevada for over 25 years, and I specialize in representing injured people in their fights for just compensation and in representing parents in custody and visitation disputes. I've tried over 20 jury trials to verdict. I've arbitrated or mediated hundreds of personal injury cases on behalf of clients to successful conclusions, and I have personally handled every single case from start to finish. I am also a court-appointed mediator for the Washoe County Family Court Division, where I help parents negotiate custody and visitation plans. With me as your attorney, you can rest assured that your case will be handled competently and that I will be responsive to all of your needs and questions. My goal in every case is to have clients that are satisfied with the outcome of their case and who would recommend me to others. Give me a call at 775-324-6464 or visit my website, billkendalllaw.com. My number again is 775-324-6464.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Hundo P. Hundo P. Adjective. Short for being 100% sure or certain. As in, if we get a puppy, I'll Hundo P always walk it.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ, a Lotus broadcast station. The power of radio since 1967.
Unable to listen to the whole show? A recording of today's program will be available later today. Visit americamatters.us and click on the podcast link. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk with About Town Deb. And in case you don't know who About Town Deb is, she's Debbie McCarthy. I always forget, like, people like, who are you? Like, what is your real name? So, aka Debbie McCarthy. I love this town. I love everybody. I love meeting people. I love connecting. So that's why I love this show, because I always get to bring really cool people on, and I get to travel to the wine country and to Burbank and do cool things. But today, traveling, I go do a lot of things, and I was just in Belize, and I thought about what we were talking on one of the breaks. So with Samantha Amato, I thought about that. Every time I go on a trip and I get on air, I'm like saying a prayer, like, okay, please, the plane's going up, it's shaky. And I'm thinking, do I have my stuff? I want to see, do I have my affairs in order? I mean, you walk out the door and you hear about all this stuff, and people are texting and driving or whatever they're doing. You're like, it could be me, like something could happen. And do I have a power of attorney? We were talking about that. And every time, I hate to say it, but when I have had to go to the ER or different things, they ask you, do you have a power of attorney? I'm like, I think I do. I don't know where it is. They're like, well, and they're like persistent on you. They're like, they get you. Like, well, what does it say? I don't know. I'm thinking, do I have it? Do I? I think I have one. They don't even know. I think it's in a file folder somewhere. So tell us why that's so important.
So in that respect, that's the healthcare directive power of attorney.
But that's different than the one you
your
were
financial
talking.
power of
So
attorney. There's two separate
different.
kinds.
Oh, we need to know that.
And these are all things for while you're here. And what everybody thinks estate planning. They think, okay, will, trust is for when I die. That's not always what estate planning is about. A lot of it is just the documents, financial power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney while you're still here. If you travel and you get sick, you're on a cruise right now, and you're stuck and you're sick with a virus, these are all things you need to come home. You need to get care flighted home. There's people that can make decisions for you. That's all your healthcare power of attorney. So it's going to be, you name people you trust that are going to make a decision for you if you can't make it yourself. It might just be that you're in the middle of a surgery and they find something else and they go, hey,
and they have to make a decision.
Can we take this out right now? Your power of attorney could go, yes. Otherwise, they're sewing you back up and scheduling you for a second surgery.
So you have to be really careful who you pick for your power of attorney. And if you pick somebody, let's say 2 years ago, and now you're no longer family or friends, you need to. So do you suggest every year?
No,
Or how often do you do that?
I typically say on average 3 to 5 years, just look it over, see if your decisions have changed. So with medical technology, a lot of the times I looked at one that I signed and I was like, I initialed what? And then I go,
you can change it.
You can change it. It's very easy to change, and that's the important part, is that you want to look it over and go, do I still, is this person capable of making these decisions? For healthcare, they need to be someone emotionally strong, because if they're using that and they're making a decision, it's going to be a hard time. For financial, it's obviously someone you trust that, they can have access to your account. So you want to make sure you really trust them.
Well, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I think so. For mine, I had my parents' attorney, who's now my attorney, but she's in San Diego, so it's hard to get to her. But I put my younger son, Joey, and I have 2 sons, but he lives in Reno. The other one doesn't. So I picked somebody who lived a little bit closer. So if there was a problem, Josh is in Oregon. He can't just get here in an hour, but it's nice to have somebody who's close by. Does that make a difference? Or can they do it on the phone?
It can. A lot of times banks are going to, if you're using with a bank, they're going to want to see it. So in this day and age, you've got email, you've got fax.
So you can...
It's not, you don't always have to be there. And healthcare, I think, is probably one that could be a factor to consider as their location, because if they need to make a decision right away, I mean, yes, in this day and age, you can talk to a doctor on the phone, but it might be easier for somebody to look and see what's going on in the situation.
Well, I would rather them see me and know, okay, like I'm blinking, like, okay, keep me alive, or don't pull that plug, because it's
right.
One for yes, two for no.
Yeah, but think about it, because I watch a lot of those TV shows, like, where they talk about that, and they have somebody who's been in a coma, and there was one person who's like, oh, unplug him. The other person's like, no, keep mom alive. Oh, no, unplug her.
And that's exactly where a healthcare directive power attorney comes into place, because you're going to make those decisions and say, no, if this situation occurs, I've already made this decision. And then everything else you would have your agent make the decision for. And sometimes it's not like I say, it's not always that morbid. Sometimes it's just, you've got the flu and something got kicked off of auto pay, and you don't want to deal with paying this mortgage that needs to get dealt with because you're so sick. Your financial power of attorney can handle that for you. So there's different things where it's not always such a morbid thing. It might be, I don't want to go deal with the DMV because I broke my leg and it's just too hard for me to move. Financial power of attorney can deal with those things.
So if Josh or whoever, can two people be on it? Can you put both sons on it, or both?
Sure.
Whatever? Because I know there's times as simple as, like, auto insurance, or like when you call and they're like, okay, are you on the account? Well, I'm her son. Okay, put her on the phone. And so I would love it if
Power
he
of
can.
attorney would be
I
able to
hate
do
messing
that.
with that stuff. And now my son Joey's like, I work. I'm a driver, UPS mom. I make money now. I'm taking care of you, and I love it because he's like, I'm going to call the insurance company. I'm going to get this. I'm like, thank you, Joey. I love you. So. I
That's
didn't
exactly
realize
a
that.
good situation where it's not a morbid situation.
No, but
they're
I
helping
don't want to
you.
deal with that. But he's like, Mom, let me help you. Like, I want to get a new cape, whatever I want. I'm loving this.
Yep.
I'm making sure he's on it.
You can have you can have people who are on where they have to have two signatures, or you have alternates.
Oh.
And say if this person's not available, then this person is the next person in line.
Now, how hard is it to do this? I mean,
It's
easy,
not
hard, an hour, 2 hours? What does it take?
Yeah, just get to an attorney. They can get it done right. Half the time, people will come in and I'll say, you know what, let's get this done right now. I've had people say, I'm leaving tomorrow, or I have surgery first thing in the morning. I need this done. And we go, we're doing it right now. I mean, we just get it done for them and whatever anybody needs.
So if we need that done, or we need a change, if we have somebody else and we'd like to have somebody closer, how do we get in touch with you? How do we find out?
So you can go to our website at joeygilbert.com, or you can...
I like that.
Yeah, or you can, Joey Gilbert Law, and you can also call us at 775-284-7700, or you can email me directly at Samantha at joeygilbertlaw.com.
Okay, say the phone number one more time.
It is 775-284-7700.
So I love it. So we got lots of information. We can travel, we can fun, we can do stuff. We can have people do our stuff for us. We don't have to worry. So we can enjoy Valentine's Day. We can go to the refuge spa and get pampered. I want to try that pod thing out. So can you give us a little tease about what that is? Are we like in this pod, like it's going to take us up or put us in another atmosphere or something? What does it do?
It is pretty
I really want to
supernatural.
do that.
Yeah, it's meant to get you out of your body and out of your mind.
I need to be that. I'm kind of out of my mind, but I want to be really bad.
So imagine stepping into this orb. It's
I love orbs.
All right.
No, they're like
she loves orbs.
I do.
It's body temperature water, so it's nice and warm, and it's surrounding you. With
But you're not
this
in the
oval
water.
orb. You are.
You're wet?
Yeah, you're going to step inside
You
the
wear
water.
like a swimsuit?
You can wear a
Or nothing?
swimsuit, or you can wear nothing. It's
Oh.
a private room.
Okay.
And you step inside. You can either leave the lid open, or you can close it. So
I'm
it's
so
a
excited.
sensory deprivation.
Wow, I've always that's unique.
Is there?
yeah.
Is this the only thing in Reno like that? Is this you're the
Yeah.
only one?
We're one of two, but yeah, this one is very modern. So a lot of people kind of have some hesitation with the claustrophobia.
Yeah.
This one is ultra modern.
Awesome.
It's space age. You have stars on the ceiling. You have lights. You have music. You even have a little button that you can call to the front desk if you get nervous or scared or you get water in your eyes. We'll come and wipe it out for you.
I don't like to get water in my eyes, so they'll need to like take a towel and dap my eye. I don't like to get my face wet, so I don't want my face wet. Anyway, I'm excited about that. So if you can give me your website and the opening date or how to get more information.
Yeah, absolutely. We're open now, but our lunch party is on February 22nd, 6 o'clock to 9 p.m. Lots of raffle prizes, lots of fun, lots of free demos, food and cocktails in our spa bar.
Awesome.
And you can find us and get a ticket. It's a free ticket on our website, therefugespa.com. Or you can reserve online as well. Our Valentine's Day is booking up pretty quickly.
Well, I already have my ticket. And so does Jazzy Georgia, so we're excited. And I want to give you guys one more shout of your websites, and I want to ask I know the time is going so quick. So once you do that, the question is, would you rather give away a dozen roses or get some? So first, your website, that's really important. So you guys each give if we have enough time, we will. Websites.
Yeah. So Wild River Grill. It's Wild River Grill with an E at the end.com. Phone number is 775-284-7455.
Okay.
PioneerCenter.com, and our box office phone number is 775-686-6600.
Say it one more time.
Lots of sixes.
Say those sixes.
775-686-6600.
Okay, so I don't, because last show I got cut off really fast. So if you're listening or watching, please follow me at About Town Deb on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. It's pretty easy on LinkedIn, my website, YouTube. Everything is About Town Deb or abouttowndeb.com. So quick question, Valentine's Day. Would you rather get roses or give roses?
I would rather give roses.
Ah.
I would rather get roses.
Yeah, get roses.
Yeah.
Jazzy Georgia?
I'm with the get roses.
Yeah.
Nyla?
I would rather give roses or an experience.
I'm with you. I would rather give, and the time's going to run out. So I want to thank you guys. I wish we had another hour. We could have kept chatting. I always think I have enough time, but I never do. So I love y'all. I'm grateful you're here. Tune in each week on Wednesday from 4 to 5 on City Talk with About Town Deb. Go to my website. I love y'all. I'll see you next week. There we go.
Thank you.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high